everyone, and welcome once again to Fractures of Reality.
Or as I'm calling it from now on, and welcome to the consequences of Jezebel's bad decisions. Wow.
So, in the last session, Jezebel made a contract with Cricket, and I need to make a handout for the terms, but they're probably up here somewhere. Yeah, they're there. Let me do that right now, actually. Yeah. In the meantime, you all wildly traveling on your giant Baba Yaga style house that Cricket now owns because you said you'd give it to him.
Yeah.
And he's built a house on it, and he's making rooms for you all.
Charlotte approached Cricket.
He's currently working on the upstairs, but yeah, you approach him.
Cricket.
Yes.
Can I have some building materials?
What for?
A forge.
You know I can just make a forge, right?
Yes, but this is mine, and I want to make it.
Just don't make it in the house.
Oh.
He hands you
Can I make it outside?
He nods, and he hands you, and he just points outside. Everything you want is outside.
Thanks.
You exit the door, and there's just a giant pile of junk.
Alrighty.
Junk.
I'm gonna make some schematics real quick.
Oh boy.
And yeah, here's where the giant pile of junk is.
I'm gonna make some schematics real quick.
Okay.
And that's what Charlotte's gonna be doing for next probably about 20 minutes.
Alrighty. What is everyone else doing?
Clara opens the door and says, that was a good sleep. How are you guys doing? Korak still has morning dew on her. Terrific.
Alright.
Someone sounds grouchy.
Well, everyone is, still waking up. Jezebel and Cicada finish their conversation. And, at the end of it, I believe it was you had a hug. Is that correct?
Yeah, hugs. Hugs.
Yes.
They're being wholesomely intimate. Also, Hiccup is nowhere in sight. He's gone now.
Goodbye, Hiccup.
I squeezed Cicada and he went poof.
Yeah.
Yep. So, what do you all do now?
Good.
Charlotte tosses a construction hat towards Flora.
Brain?
What's this for?
It's for your head.
Okay. She puts the construction hat on.
Charlotte then
Charlotte
starts
is doing-
handing. Charlotte starts handing materials to Clara. Here you
yeah.
go.
You want me to do what with these?
Just hold them for a minute.
Okay. What skill would you say hold this would be? Because I feel like I want to roll it.
Probably strength.
So you hand it to her, and then she tries to catch it, but it just falls to the ground. Because she's not strong enough.
Clara, don't drop it.
I wasn't expecting it to be that heavy.
We'll pick it up.
She picks it up.
Okay. I'm gonna hand you some more in a minute.
You want to have
Oh,
me
this-
more stuff to hold?
Yes.
Oh, that
what is
about.
the purpose of me holding these things?
It's very important. Just follow my plan.
Alright. I have no idea what else to do today. I think we were just waiting.
I mean, you can explore the house, see what Cricket's up to, look around the landscape, fish. Maybe you'll catch a cicada fish.
Oh my
A
god.
a rare quality cicada fish.
Rare quality. We're supposed to put him back.
Is there anything? Is there? Is there anything interesting in the surrounding landscape?
There's a set of giant mountains with dragons flying around it.
Alright.
Aren't you guys going
Okay.
around?
Dragons!
DM,
Yes?
can I conjure us some dark shades and start actually like doing construction?
Some dark shades?
Yeah, that's what construction workers use.
Oh,
Get the
Sure.
sun out of their eyes.
sure.
Yeah.
Alright, Clara, follow me.
I'm supposed to do what with these again?
No, don't worry about it.
Is this the ploy to keep me from playing music?
No. I actually like your music.
Oh, okay.
Finally, Cicada isn't the only one who likes Clora's music.
Alright. So, about midway through the day, while you all humming and ahhing, Cricket descends the stairs and approaches you two.
Yes, sir.
Isabel was about to go walk over to Ryu and Cars, but then sees Cricket and stops and she goes, "Oh, yes."
The rooms are done.
Hey,
Oh, that quick.
let's go. Let's go check him out.
As you head up the stairs, you notice that the room to Jezebel's room, the door to Jezebel's room has vanished. Oh,
I checked my room.
sorry about that. Here, is that a bit better? Sorry, audio issues. Continue.
Oh, okay.
Could you repeat that?
I checked my room.
Alright, you open the door and you notice your room is now twice as large and there's a big double bed.
Oh my god. I guess you
Oh.
took my suggestion that you're sharing a room.
Oh, so we're sharing a room now. Hmm? Fine with that.
Yeah.
On a small pile of dresses, there's also a plushie.
Oh my god. Amazing.
Mm-hmm. Isabel actually looks a little surprised. She goes, "Oh, that's actually kind of cute." Is that for
Yeah.
you?
I think so.
Oh, only fair that is yours, since he was your. You had a contract with him first.
Sure.
Which,
I still need
speaking
to
of,
ask him why. I
well,
still
I
need to
mean,
ask him why he has taken such an interest in me.
I might have an idea, but best to probably get it straight from the source's mouth, so to speak.
Yeah.
Just probably don't expect a whole straight answer, though. Kind of like me, in a way. He seems to very much enjoy keeping to himself.
Yeah, okay.
Still, doesn't hurt to ask, especially because now it seems that you and I will be sharing a room now.
Yeah.
As long as you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Good, because neither do I. I'm kind of used to it anyway. I'm used to sharing a room.
Yeah.
With my sisters anyway, but yeah.
It's fine. I don't mind.
But both of you roll perception for me.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Eh. Eh.
Alright. Continue.
Okay.
I bet you anything he's watching us. Jezebel, just gives a small smile and then she flexes her hand a little bit as she goes, well, can't say that I'm super excited to the fact that I have to now start to learn how to use magic, but I guess I have 2 teachers to show me, And she smiles to Cicada.
Of course. Not that bad. Pretty easy, actually.
Well, some could argue that I have an innate ability, I suppose, being the daughter of a god, especially the fact that before he was a god, he was also a warlock. And I
Okay.
guess if I wanted to, I could ask him for help too, but I have you, so I can resort to him as a last resort.
Okay. What would you like to know?
Your focus, so to speak. How does it work?
She kinda... What's my arcane focus like? It just says arcane focus, but I imagine her focus is a staff. Is her walking staff.
I'll give you a hint, Cicada. It's in the name. Focus.
Yeah, I know. You focus your power into it. It's really not that hard. And then think about how the spell is going to be generated. Like into an attack or into just special effects. She casts prestidigitation just to make a slight just a slight sparkle.
Well, I can do at least a small bit of thaumaturgy myself, I suppose, but I don't use it very often. I guess this one is kind of the same way. I just thought maybe it would be a little more different.
Different for everybody.
You're very right.
Oh. We can practice outside.
Might as well, we got time to spare. Plus, I do want to talk to Ryu here in a little bit. Gotta check up on him. He seems a little bit too tense for my liking.
Yeah. I hope he's okay.
So,
He's concerned. I can relate. If it was somebody in my family that was suddenly taken or, as you know, killed, well, yeah. Let's just say I can relate very well. So it's best to make sure that we ask and make sure he's alright.
Yeah.
alright. So, as you guys close the door, your backs are to the room. However, in the room, the plushie turns. The door closes behind you with
God.
Jezebel and Cicada unaware.
Okay.
No,
Oh my
thank
God.
you. If I
It's an
find out that
illusion.
doll, if I find out about that doll, I am kicking it out of the room. Literally going to kick it out of the room.
He gave you a Furby doll. Regretting your choice, yes?
Oh, no.
I'm still gonna kick it out.
No.
Someone
Do
wa-
not remind me of Reddit Furbies.
Someone
Wait,
watched the video I posted in general.
Actually, I'd completely forgotten about that. This is just the entire vibe that doll gave off the moment I saw it.
Anyway,
oh no.
If you haven't named the doll yet, can I call it Annabelle?
No.
No.
I've
And-
tried to see that movie, so I don't
Moving
get the
on.
reference.
anyway, I wasn't done. So, outside, Charlotte and Clara, you two are, making whatever you're making. And you see Cricket just casually walk right to the edge of the grassy platform that you're on, and his gaze locks on the distant mountains.
Something out there, Cricket?
I want to go there. I will be back. And he just steps off the platform and then starts flying towards it.
DM, and do we see this happening?
You two do, but Jezebel and Crick Cicada. I'm sorry, my brain is apparently having issues. Jezebel and Cicada are still inside, but the rest of you see him fly off.
Which mountain is he flying off towards? Can we see that?
Sure, I can even show you. Let me just toss you all back to the map. And, yeah, you guys so far have made it all the way up to about, I'd say, yeah, about here-ish.
Oh, he's headed for the Dragon City.
Uh-oh.
What could possibly go wrong? I'm sorry, I had to ask.
Ryu, tell me you know someone in the Dragon City.
No. Or does Ryu know anyone in the Dragon City?
Well, the Dragon City is like, it's basically a large temple to the Platinum Dragon. The entire building is made out of platinum.
Which means, no, painted to look like it at any rate, probably. But in any case, so yeah, Korax was Korax definitely knows people there, but she doesn't know sending, so she can't alert anyone there to the fact that Atropus is coming.
I said, I didn't ask if Ryu knew anything about the Dragon City. I asked if he knew anyone in the Dragon City.
That's what I'm getting to. But I had to give you some context as to what was up there.
Oh, okay.
In terms of people, no, you wouldn't know anyone. And Korax, you might know a couple of names, but you've probably never been there. Because it's literally up several mountains and nothing really goes in that direction because it's just, yeah. It's basically a big temple out in the boonies, so to speak.
I mean, well, I'm a paladin of the Platinum Dragon, so I would have made like some kind of pilgrimage there at one point.
Yeah, alright, I'll say that. Yeah. Alright. So you have been there, and it took you like 3 years just to get up the first mountain, and yeah, you met a couple of people then, yeah. But Ryu, no, you wouldn't know anyone.
But that, well, that doesn't help me because I can't cast because I don't know sendings. Fuck. I'm looking through my spells, seeing if there's any way to get a message there. No.
It's at this point that Jezebel and Cicada exit the house.
And looks at them both. Your new boss, us just flew off towards the Platinum Temple. Do you have any
He
idea what
did?
he might want there?
I don't know.
You get someone that that's a bad thing.
In bad for the temple or bad for him? I'm not sure.
Well, he is his own person now. He can go wherever he wants.
If they figure out who he is, they'll kill him.
Maybe.
That's the best case scenario in my mind, to be honest.
He's a pretty quiet person, though, dear Korax. Pretty sure he probably won't just say who he is. We didn't even know who he was for a while either, remember?
I did.
Oh, one of us, anyway.
I believed her.
He didn't exactly make it hard to riddle out with how much he was stalking us.
Oh, that's because there's security here. You just wanted to make sure she was safe.
Point being,
fact that-
my point is he showed up everywhere we did. It wasn't hard to work out that he had some kind of connection with us, and given he showed up right after we released Atropus, the pieces lined up.
And he's either a powerful undead or a powerful Estiel, depending on and depending whether how much he's actually successfully hiding from us. Looks back toward the mountain, and either way, that's the most that's probably the most holy place it's in all of Norheim. He's going to draw attention if he enters.
I wonder why he wants to go there. I mean, I could try to ask him through some meditation, or...
If you wish, dear. I mean, I, for one, am not too worried about it. He can do what he wants. The question is, though, do you wish to stop him, or do you want to just keep going?
There's not a damn thing I can do to stop him.
True.
And we have bigger priorities right now.
For the moment.
Namely saving somebody's life. So.
Yeah, like... Indeed. How close are we to them?
You don't know. You only know the direction they went.
Could probably manage to cut them off at the rockery.
How close are we to the rockery?
I'd say about 3 to 5 days.
And how much time does it take to walk to the rockery from where we are now?
Oh, let me double check that, but, I'd probably say around 2 weeks. Let me double check, though. Assuming you took the pass, it would take 30 days, so about a month.
But that's just from where we are.
Yeah. But you're halfway there, so yeah. That's on foot though. On horse it would be half as long.
And be like,
I thought we'd have caught up to them by now.
Totally possible we passed them, but I don't think anyone's been keeping a watch out, have they?
aside from
have.
Gorak.
I can't work out, and I won't be able to work out the location from any landmarks because, as for whatever they're doing, it's keeping my grandfather from getting back to me.
Do you breathe? I know you're concerned, but we're doing the best we can. We don't have a lot of information. We're going on what we know so far.
We'll find him.
We better.
We
Anyways,
will.
I'm gonna go meditate. I'm gonna go meditate and see what Cricket's up to.
Alright, what do you ask him?
Okay, why are you heading to the Dragon City?
There's a shiny building on top. I want to see what it is.
Oh, okay. I guess he's just being a tourist. Alright then. So I talked to him. He's just being a tourist.
Well, there you have it.
He could be back later today. He could be back a little bit later. If he manages to catch up.
Oh, I have no doubt he probably will. He really is just like a child.
Yeah.
And if you start using that as an excuse, I swear to the dragon.
Just think of it this way, dear Corax. He's in a new body and experiencing the world differently for the first time. Wouldn't you also be curious and want to explore?
And it'll be rather hilarious if he decides he wants the temple, you know? Like, and Korax actually cracks a smile. Uh-oh. If he is, as you say, like a child, he might well, he might decide, ooh, shiny temple, I want it, give me.
Oh no.
I can't imagine him getting far.
No, he won't. It's full of dragons.
I can't imagine him wanting a temple. After all, he claimed this place as his home, did he not? He literally just built this house.
He is, as you say, a child. Children like shiny things.
Oh.
Well,
Boy.
so do dragons.
Jezebel still gives a skeptical look as she looks to the house. Does the house look very shiny?
It, no, looks like it's a basic wooden and stone structure.
Yeah, shiny.
Anyways, Jezebel, do you want to practice magic now?
Yeah, very well. Might as well while we're waiting. I suppose I could give it a shot.
Yeah.
Alright. So while you two are practicing magic, those of you who are looking out over the landscape may start to roll perception.
Alright.
You will have one check for the day and one check for the night. If you don't have night vision, that's disadvantage.
Oops, I meant to click that once.
Okay, don't see anything in the day. Because I'm kind of just looking to pass the time, I guess. Chlora, throw me that box.
My hands are occupied at the moment. Are you sure this is how it's supposed to go, Charlotte?
According to the map, it is. And Charlotte just takes another thing of lumber away.
Well, while Clora's occupied, I'm just gonna like start toying with that. I'm gonna start toying with that box. I'll see if I can't crack it open.
Alright, go for it.
That's a D100.
Yep.
That'd be hilarious if he got it.
No.
Although, I came pretty close, but no.
All right. Let's see. Clara,
Mm-hmm.
it's you're helping Charlotte out. You're not paying the closest attention, but you noticed as you're passing over one of the towns, just casually scaring all the other people and all of that. You see what looks to be some sort of river with a couple of people sitting around a campfire at it. You can you just see that the the bird creature is still walking.
There's some people on a campfire over there, but I don't know if that's related.
Can you tell what they look like?
Not at this distance, no.
Not at this distance. I do point in the general direction so Ryu can see.
Does it... Charlotte, do you have a telescope?
What do I look like? A walking trinkets museum? Of course, I don't have a telescope.
Pulls out. Korax has already pulled out a pair of binoculars, which I do have.
One second. Sorry, had an itch. Alright. You pull out the binoculars, you can get one more perception check.
Okay. Yeah, I imagine Cora's pointing me towards whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I can't flash a genius that, man.
I get. Okay, I imagine a bird just as it decides to just flutter.
Let me describe it. So, as you move to look through the binoculars, this is your first time having used them. You notice that the glass inside is completely cracked. Likely from one of the fights where you got a little roughed up.
How much did I spend on this again?
I think it was 10 gold, maybe 5 gold.
Tell me one of you knows mending.
I do know mending.
Hands it to Clara.
The binoculars are fixed.
1 minute.
1 minute later.
Yeah, Korak has accepted that this is just gonna be one of those days for her.
I mean, all of you have been having a lot of trouble rolling today.
Do we want to stop the house in case we want to investigate further?
Fine, I'll stop building the house.
What was it? What was? Okay. What? Out of character. What was it that Cora kind of saw again?
Some people around a campfire.
Oh.
You don't really know if it's them or not. It's just people around a campfire. They got horses.
Looks through the binoculars again.
Perception, you get one more try.
That's better.
My first double digit roll today.
It must feel good.
You would think.
You squint and you can't really make out any of the features. You can't it's too far away for you to really tell what they're wearing or what their faces are like. But you do recognize that one of the people sitting by the campfire has ropes around them.
All right. Well, they've got someone captive. It hands the binoculars to Ryu.
We're stopping.
Oh boy.
We're stopping here and checking out that camp.
May I see the binoculars?
I hands them to Charlotte instead, I guess.
Yeah.
Please don't break them. They just got fixed.
I know mending. Don't worry about that.
Oh, okay then.
May I do a perception roll check?
You may.
Oh wow.
Gosh, we really need to get the bad rolls out.
I rolled a 6. Damn.
That is indeed rope around that one guy.
No. Good.
Ryu uses sending. Grandfather, I see a camp. There's 2 people. One of them is tied up. Is that you?
Correction, I said a couple of people. I never said the exact amount. There's 4.
Hey, grandfather, I see a camp. There's 4 people. One of them is tied up. Is that you?
You get no response.
We're investigating that camp.
I and maybe Jezebel are investigating that at camp. You all, I'll keep your distance.
You all are
If you
still walking along the ground on your giant Baba Yaga house, by the way.
Does
Okay,
anyone
I'm
know
gonna-
how to stop this thing?
Hello, Mittens too.
How about asking politely? Easy with the voice, dear.
Could you
Mittens
please
too, are
stop?
you there?
Sorry, you were all talking at once. Mittens will slowly grow out of the ground and then go, okay, meow. And it stops rather suddenly. You'll fall and stumble a bit, and then it lowers into the ground and becomes flush.
And all right.
You are, I'd say, 300 or so feet from the camp. Like, it was,
Right,
like, they did see the giant walking house, by the way. Like, you can't really hide that.
yeah, which is why I will be the only one scouting ahead because as I can turn invisible.
Well, I can also cast invisibility on 3 people.
Okay, on second thought, okay, then myself, Jezebel, and who else is good at stealth here?
Yay. My stealth score is 2.
No, that's not a 0.
How about just the 2 of us for now, dear Corax? Because now that me and Cicada are connected in a way, I can also talk to her telepathically, and then of course dear Ryu can also send sending to us if need be.
And since Cicada can cast invisibility on 2 people, she can put it on both of you, and then she's the one maintaining concentration.
3,
Yeah, and
actually.
I was about to suggest that exact thing actually.
Yeah.
Charlotte also has a cloak of elven kind.
Are you offering that to one of us, or are you offering to come with us?
I'm offering to come with you.
That works
That
for
might-
me.
That might not be a good idea, Charlotte. If they recognize you're a soldier.
But that's why she has her cloak.
All right.
I mean,
This uniform's not related to your guys' uniform anyway, to be honest. They would think I'm some kind of awkward soldier or fake one.
yeah.
Besides, we're just trying to get intel. We're not exactly going to start a fight. Calm down.
We're going to be invisible. We just we're basically just going in close for a look.
So, Corax.
If we happen to
So, Corax, Jezebel, and Charlotte are going to head forward while the other 3 of you stay at the house. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
I will stay. And maintain
Okay.
concentration on invisibility.
Okay.
Clara's like, well,
Correct.
I might as well just give you guys this just cause, so I can do what I can.
Corax, if you're if you're go- if you're going to be the one getting closer, you're giving the binoculars.
That only lasts a minute.
Oh,
Go-
that only
Yeah.
lasts a minute? Darn. Okay.
Yeah.
Thorax.
Fine.
Right. I just hand Ryu the binoculars.
Thank you. I'll keep an eye on them and let you guys know if they make a move.
And right. All right, Cicada, let her rip.
Okay.
Remember you, patience. Just because you see something doesn't mean it's something bad.
They have someone tied up.
They could be prisoners. We never know. Maybe they're thieves that were caught. Either way, my point stands. Do not be rash.
If it's no big deal, then those people will have no issue explaining themselves to us.
And unless he's supposed, and they almost certainly have a hostage, Ryu. Let the sneaky people handle this. And Korax is good. And Korax, now invisible, is just gonna. How do I get off this thing?
Well, I've been waiting for a chance to speak.
Yeah.
So, I need you all to roll stealth first of all. Those of you that have advantage, roll with advantage. Ryu, you were saying something?
I was asking all of us?
Those who are leaving. Okay, so 20 or an 18.
20.
Okay, you all fairly well hit it. So, they head off and the rest of you wait. And there's nothing to get off of. When you told it to stop, it lowered itself back to the ground and it's become flush again. Baba Yaga house, you know. Anyway, slowly you begin to make your way towards the area. There's a small river nearby the campfire where, you know, they're just quietly sitting by it. The closer you get, the more you can make out. And by the time you get to the other side of the river, which is, we'll say about 30-ish feet, 20, 30 feet across, you're able to make out two familiar faces.
Oh no.
And I will move you over to the map in a second. Just let me forgot to get one app up. There we go. Alright.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
I had a feeling.
And yes, it's Elnate tied up.
Does Ryu see this through the binoculars?
Again, you can't make out details from where you are. All you can see is people around a campfire and one of them is tied up. It's too far to make out details. Anyway, Jezebel, Charlotte, and Corax.
Once they manage to get a good look, Jezebel actually looks shocked for a second, recognizing Tetsu, and then slightly narrows her eyes and grows very quiet.
Wonderful.
I'm going to try to get a little closer, see if I can't hear if they're talking about anything.
Sure, alright. Just roll me another stealth check just to check. You have advantage. What about you, Charlotte? Corax, what are you both doing?
I'm gonna sneak into the water.
I think you still dispose water.
Actually, no, that's not a smart idea because it could be a flowing current. And I'm a small creature.
I was about to say, you don't be swept by the current.
Never trust the water in D&D.
Mm-mm.
Question, and actually, so oh, there's a plan. There is something of a plan in my head. So, is Elnath tied to anything, or is he just like bound?
He's tied up, hold tight even. Anyway,
Oh yeah.
regardless,
Like, no, but is he like attached to anything, like a post or anything,
No.
or is he just wrapped up?
no, he's just hogtied. Regardless,
Okay,
you
cool.
don't have
That's
time
my
to do your plan because I'm going to move to Jezebel, who is sneaking forward. You may move your token closer.
Alright. A little nervous about this, but I can't hear everything. Like, if I were just to go across the river, I won't be able to hear anything because of the water, right?
Well, currently you guys can't hear anything because of the water, yeah.
Alright. I'm going to try to just slowly stay across the bridge and try to see if I can get closer to hear what they say.
Alright, you successfully do so. Where are you stopping?
But right here.
Okay. So, you're able to indeed hear them from that distance. And here's a bit of the conversation that you hear. I mean, it's not the best work, but, you know, we're drow. We can't exactly just get a job as a baker now, can we?
I hear what you mean. That is a little rough, isn't it?
I should also mention that, Jezebel, you can see that Elnate has been gagged, so we can't speak either. Anyway, continuing on. Still, though, once we get this job done, we should be able to at least put a little bit away, you know, try and eke out some small area, maybe in the far corners where, you know, we can stay above ground and just, you know, maybe build ourselves a small farm.
I wonder how many drow has done that before.
Probably not many, like, this is a 10-20 year plan here, but we're elves, like, we just want to change a pace from, you know, constant darkness, so figured we might as well give farming a try, you know?
Very respectful. I can see that kind of dream of succeeding.
So yeah, that's why we're taking this guy to the Underdark.
Jezebel pursues her lips a little bit as she looks a little conflicted, but she's also just staring right at Tetsu. She can see Ami, don't get me wrong, but she's still just staring very closely at him while she listens in.
Do you continue to eavesdrop, or do you go back to the others?
For the moment, even if I want to stay, I am going to try to head back over to Charlotte and Corax, just let them know tell them what I heard so far.
Alright. I'm assuming you whisper it when you get back over, and that means that Corax and Charlotte can now do their stuff. And Ryu, remember they are invisible.
Oh, okay, then so she's just can't see them. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Just be patient. I'll get you guys soon. Just give me a minute because I have a telepathic link with Cicada. I'm gonna say something. Just one moment.
Just beware Cicada's telepathic stuff only lasts like 30 feet.
Yeah, it's only 30 feet, sorry.
Then I have to get closer. I will, but I was gonna
Anyway.
ask that later.
Anyway, continue on. You guys are free to talk, or, well, whisper.
Oryx, do you have a plan? It sounds like you have one.
I sort of. Now, Jezebel,
Hmm?
do you, if you were to, how quickly do you, like, if you had a moment, like, if their attention was on something else, how quickly could you get him out of those ropes?
I would say fairly. I do have my dagger and such that I could try to cut through. You're going to try to cause a distraction then?
And yes.
Well, that'll be easy.
Like my plan is okay. Basically, my plan is disguise my is okay. So,
Oops.
my plan is to disguise myself as Elnath and run in the opposite direction. Well, my plan is to disguise myself as Elnath while making him invisible. And I run away, make it look like he escaped, and then while they're gone, you and you and you and you guys just and you guys free him. I'll lose them, and we'll meet and we meet back up, and we meet back up with them on, and we meet back up at the thing.
How exactly do you plan on making Elnath invisible?
I can cast invisibility.
Don't you need to touch him?
Yes, you do.
Hey.
Invisibility is
I
a
do,
touch
yes.
spell.
I do. Indeed I do, which means this is going to require very careful timing.
I can help with that.
Yeah, because I'm also going to need to... I'm going to need to cast another spell to disguise myself as him.
Right.
Well, you are currently invisible right now. If
The
out
moment
of character,
the
when
invisibility will break the moment I cast anything.
Okay, thank you. It is a bit of a risk, and it is a bit dark. But the thing is, the jock can see at night. So if they see you're somebody else, or what if they notice you're somebody else?
And DM question.
Yeah?
How much cover do we have right now if we were visible? Is it just open grassland?
Mostly open grassland. There's, it's right by a river, so it's all fairly lush, but there's some underbrush, like it's longish grass, but yeah.
Could I hide in the grass pretty well?
You might.
It's like if one of you could get at them to look away from Elnath for even a moment, I think that would give me time.
Consider it done. But you only get
Very
a
well
moment.
Then. Indeed. Well, if you can at least get them away quick enough.
I'll need enough time. I will need enough time to cast 2 spells.
Well, better hope that you get most of them to go, even though I would like to talk to Tetsu there. I suppose Elnath is the main priority, because knowing dear Ryu, as soon as he knows that his grandfather's here, he'll come running straight over here, swords ablaze.
Well, here's some gloves and Jezebel to make it easier.
Oh?
I had these made a long time ago, I just never got to use them.
Ooh. You just keep giving me all kinds of toys, don't you? Thank you very much. I just take the gloves and I put them on.
Alright, I shall do my distraction then, if everyone's in agreement.
Alright. I'll get in position.
Be quick and safe.
And I promise that I will be quick.
What do we need to roll, DM?
Well, if you guys are getting closer, that'll be another stealth check.
I don't think I'll need to get closer to my distraction. I'll just need to be over here.
Alright, then, you didn't have to roll anything yet.
Yeah, I think
Oops.
I'm the only one who really needs to get closer at the moment.
We'll roll your stealth.
27.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do my distraction bit if that's okay with everyone.
Before you do that, I wanna just briefly show a bit that, Corex and Jezebel would hear.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
the drow are speaking to, Tetsu again. So, how many days behind do you think they are? Like, will it be a week or a month?
Considering that type of group, it's hard to say, to be honest. So, if they beat my expectations, I'd say it'd be here another 5 days, maybe.
Yeah, well, hopefully their offer is good, otherwise we're, gonna have to fight, probably.
Yeah, that would be a shame. So I'm sure they'll be able to offer something worthwhile to you.
It's not that we don't, it's not like that we want to die, but, actually, you said they're a fairly big group, didn't you?
Yeah.
In that
I
case,
otherwise running if I see them.
yeah, you might be right. I mean, still, we would like to see them, size them up before we, because they might just be, peasants, and in that case, it'd be really funny if we, ran from peasants.
No one, and no one, and no one can see it because invisible. But Korax's eye is twitching so hard at that one.
Oh, I'm sure they have a few nobles on their team. I'm assuming one's a noble.
I don't mean peasants. I mean like skill strength peasants. They're weaker than the rope that we've tied him with.
Well, based off their outfits and their demeanor, I would suggest that they're fairly strong.
Yeah, still, we'd like to see them first before we make any rash judgments. And that's about all you guys hear. Charlotte, you may begin your distraction.
Okay, so I love using this ability because I never see a use for it. And it's gonna be this ability. This long ass ability.
Magical
But-
tinkering.
This ability I'm just gonna use to light up my recorder. And then I'm gonna toss it above them. And I'm gonna play the recorder that has the recording of Jezebel's mom. That I recorded for one time.
Oh my god.
So, how durable is the recorder, by the way?
It will probably land. If I'm only throwing 30 feet, I think it will land pretty well. But I would say it has 1 HP.
Okay. You know what? Roll me 1d20.
Oh, and
Alright.
also, where precisely is it landing?
Well, considering the river is about 20 feet across, it'd probably land like hereish.
Yeah, roughly. I was hoping more right here, but that's fine.
That'll do.
Okay.
Roll me 1d20, Charlotte.
Woo! 7!
No.
Hmm. I'm sorry, Charlotte.
But what if I use this?
Are you sure you wish to use that?
Yes. For the memes, I must.
Alright, how much is it by again?
It's by 3, so it makes it a 10.
I see. Well, I'm sorry.
Oh.
So, the recorder goes flying as the screeching wails of a woman possessed echo from it. Every single one of them all turns and glances to it and watches as it slowly sails through the air and lands with a sudden crack.
No.
Okay, but it accomplished the purpose at least. It's as quickly as I can. I cast Disguise Self to look like Elnath, and this will break invisibility. And then, just as quickly, I cast Invisibility on Elnath.
Alright. So that is 2 turns. So they will get 2 perception checks. And this will be against your stealth, which was
Okay. 27.
which was 27. So, Neko, would you have Tetsu roll 2 perception checks?
Okay. Oh, you're picking headers. Okay. There you go.
Alright. Still, it was important to do it anyway.
No, I get you.
Yeah.
So, with a successful flush, Elnath vanishes from his ropes and appears. Oops, hold on.
And then he starts running with no pretense of stealth whatsoever.
What the? Hey, what the hell?
And then calling back in a perfect imitation of Elnath's voice. You'll never take me alive.
Oh lordy.
Wow, you actually picked up that feat. I'm impressed.
Elnath's eye twitches. Elnath's eye twitches.
But no one can see it because he's invisible.
So, before I go on
It's
to the
also-
before I go on to the drow, what is Tetsu doing?
As he notices this, it's not his job to protect Elnath, so he's just sitting there watching the commotion, kind of amused.
Oh.
Yes, Ryu, you can see this, and I will get to you in a second. But first, I have to do what they're doing. I have to explain.
I was just wanting to see how much.
I
we
will
can
get
see
to you
all
in.
this.
I will get to you in a second. Anyway, the drow naturally give chase. And because of your speed and their speed, they're able to keep pace.
And as long as I dash, I think, yeah, like that's fine. I don't want to lose them. I want to draw them away.
Regardless,
just keep on dashing.
Regardless, they follow. Now, Cicada, Glora, and Ryu, you see a commotion. And you see the 2 drow give chase to an Elnath, you see 2 figures give chase to another figure who is somehow slightly teleported slightly to the left. Like the figure that was bound is teleported slightly and is now dashing away.
So, the two of them are running off. Now there's just 2 people left, including the one they have captive.
No,
He's
remember,
invisible.
he's invisible, so there's only one left.
The one they have captive disappeared. Let's see, the one they have captive disappeared.
The one, again, what you saw was the one they had captive teleport slightly and then flee, and the other 2 give chase.
Does Ryu see do the bindings disappear along with him?
The bindings did disappear when they teleported, yes.
Okay, someone the captive teleported right out of their captive teleported away. Now the 2 drow are chasing him down. There's just one left.
Should we help them? Did we go see what the commotion is about? I'm still gonna keep concentration up.
Hold on. He casts sending. He casts sending.
All right,
Jezebel.
I will get to that in a moment. First, I've got to get to what everyone else is doing, because this is all happening in the span of 12 seconds. Like, it's a very short period of time.
I know.
So, Corax, you're still running? You're gonna keep running?
I am hoofing it. I want to keep dashing, and I want them to keep dashing.
All right. Charlotte, what are you doing?
I want to light up a cigar. I think my job is done.
All right. Okay. Jezebel, what are you doing?
All right. Well, for a moment while she was waiting for the distraction, her eye does twitch as well when she hears the recording. Making a mental note for later to have a slight conversation with Charlotte about that. She waits until the drow chase after Korax, and then will actually casually stroll over. And as she does, she stands kind of close to the fire, but her eyes are still trained on Tetsu. And as she just stands there, she looks to the flame. There's a little like fire pit right there, right?
Yes.
All right. She's going to cast Thaumaturge to make the flames kind of brighten just for a second, so that way her invisibility goes away. And she just stares right at Tetsu with a bit of a emotionless mask.
All right. At that moment, as the flames flare and your invisibility fades, Ryu's sending goes off. What are you saying, Ryu?
Jezebel. What's going on down there?
All right. And what's your response, Jezebel?
Just a moment. I need to talk to someone.
All right. So, Tetsu, you are sitting by the fire and watching the drow flee into the distance after their captured, released prisoner. And you see the fire...
Yeah.
I was talking with thanks. So, you see the fire flare, and you turn your head, and there Jezebel is standing. What do you do?
Tetsu looks over to Jezebel as his features become a bit emotionless as well, and he just motions.
Ryu, we're getting feedback from your mic.
Sorry, I stumbled a bit, and I stumbled a bit.
Could you repeat that, Charlotte? I'm sorry, the mic really drowned it out.
Tetsu looks over to Jezebel afterwards, and he raises a simple brow. Payment is coming soon, I guess.
From what I've heard, you're expecting us?
You guys gave me the sending to distract them, and I did.
So, you're helping us. Is that
Did
what I'm
you
getting
think
from
I-
this?
Did you think I wouldn't? He just looks more confused.
Not entirely sure I completely trust you anymore, Tetsu. I'll say that much. Not from what I've heard so far.
And that's a shame. For I trusted you at the beginning.
Let's just say there's a bit of information I was given that makes me can't help but put you in a different light. But I am not one to act rashly. I've been patient for a very long time. So until I get all the facts straight, then how I feel towards you is still up in the air.
DM, can I roll perception real quick?
You may.
And this is just to the Elnate who's invisible. I just want to see if I can see shifting grass or something.
Sure.
Okay.
You can?
Tetsu leans back a bit and looks at Jezebel. I think you still got a captain to save, Jezebel. But for now, know that there is more to the story than what you have heard, probably.
Apparently so. So I've been told. Which is why I not only have been looking for you to get the whole facts, but we also want to, but as you said, we also have a character to save.
And it's about time I should head off too, then. Sure, you know where I'm heading if you are able to cast Sending.
I might have an idea from the information I've been giving, although I'm still not entirely sure what your intentions are, though, for heading there. Do you mind answering that much to me?
I have a family to support too, Jezebel. That much I'm sure you can understand.
I can, but not at the cost of my own family.
You're wrong if you think that was the case.
She raises a bit of an eyebrow now herself. She goes, "Am I? So do I take it then your intentions are not to kill my brother?"
No.
Insight.
Go ahead.
Of course.
It appears he's you're on the that's right, you're on the road at 8. He's telling the truth.
Her face somewhat relaxes just a little bit. And then she gives a deep sigh. She goes, "I want to believe you, dear Tetsu. I truly do. After all, we have such a good history together."
This is how you feel, Jezebel. I'm sincerely sorry for you. But you're off the wrong man. I am not the one. Secondly, I am just a mercenary who's trying to support his family. Whatever remains of whatever he has left.
I can understand that, she says with a shrug and a tiny smile. But also the fact that because I understand, I also know that if it means killing somebody because you're paid for it, you would probably also do it, correct?
Depending on the person. I am picky with my jobs.
And, surprising enough, I believe that. She sighs and looks over to where Korax ran off to. Do I take it that your two companions are probably somewhat trustworthy?
I barely know them. I was here to set as a distraction and offer them a good deal. Turns out the good deal was just a farce.
Indeed. Farming?
Nah, that's their life, not mine. I would never make enough to live off a farm. I can respect their dreams, though.
I mean, I suppose I can too, but for people that is used to living underground, farming above seems like a bit of a stretch.
Regardless, expect payment whenever you meet up with me again.
She gets a bit of a hum and then just shrugs, looking a little bit more casual now, and then she'll go and start to pat the ground of the area where she saw Elmleaf last. Make sure he's still there. Oh, okay, good. There he is. And then I'm going to start patting again, just on purpose, to try to find the rope. She goes, "One moment, I only have to get your hand just in a minute. Just need to find the rope. You'll be fine." Is that your chest there? Yeah, I think that's your chest. Okay. Okay, there's the butt. Okay, and there.
So,
Then I quickly.
while that is going on, correct. You've been dashing for, I'd say, maybe 300, 400 feet now.
I'm just yelling back things like, "Your taste in literature sucks!" Have to sell the illusion.
The drow actually slow and just they rub their temple and then they vanish.
And vanish as in they leave, or vanish as in they turn invisible.
As in they vanished. As in they turned invisible, or you can no longer see them.
Oh, I see. How far across is the river? Too far for me to jump. Much too far.
Well,
Weighing my options here.
while you decide what to do there, I will go back to Jezebel. Jezebel,
Okay, I think I've got a thought.
after giving Elnath a very invasive search over, you found the rope.
I'm gonna cut it quickly with the dagger. Now don't move there, I don't want to nick you.
You move to cut the rope and bring your dagger to it. The rope doesn't cut.
Should have expected this. Tetsu, do you wish to elaborate?
He simply just shrugs with, I don't know.
Magic rope.
She gives him a deadpan face.
Oh, you gotta have more trustworthiness, Jezebel. Come on now.
Then I trust
smile.
you know why I can't cut these ropes then, dear.
Well, obviously, I don't know. After all, I wasn't with them when they kidnapped them. How about try to untie him instead? He gives a smile.
DM, if I may.
Yes?
I have decided what I'm going to do.
Alright, so what are you going to do?
Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is cast Pass Without a Trace on myself.
Okay.
This will drop the invisibility on Elnath, by the way.
Okay. Over in the distance, Jezebel realizes that she's been touching very close to his buttocks while she tries to cut the rope.
Yeah.
Well, there you are.
And then I'm gonna try and blend into the bushes.
Alright.
With my suddenly giant bonus to stealth.
Roll stealth.
Okay, 24.
Alright. You hide in the grass, and after about... Oh, no, roll perception.
Yeah, because they're also hiding.
Yes. No freebies.
And my perception is not great.
No, it's not. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Well, fortunately for you,
Wow.
they're actually in a bit of a hurry because they're trying to catch up to you. And you watch them sneak right by you and then sneak off into the distance.
And as soon as they're far enough away, I sneak back to the campfire.
Alright. Jezebel, meanwhile, you're trying to cut the rope, it's not cutting.
Now that I can see him, I'm gonna do what Tetsu recommended while still giving him a deadpan face and try to untie him.
Alright.
He gives a cheeky smile back. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Alright. You untie the ropes, and Elnath just stretches, and he pulls off the small bit of the gag that's kept him from speaking, and he goes, "Oh, thank you so much. Oh my god. Do I even worship? I don't worship a god. Why should I say god? I'm so glad to see you all. Never leave me again, please."
Jezebel just now glares at Elnath and she goes, "Maybe if you would learn to behave and stop getting kidnapped."
Oh, I didn't do anything. I was cleaning the street.
never do anything, dear. I'm just gonna stand up, grab his arm, and then look to her. She goes, "Okay, we got him. Let's go now." And then I'm going to
Go ahead.
shove him towards Korax.
Yeah. Yeah, who, by the way, at this point just steps out of the shadows and dispels the illusion, of the disguise on herself.
I'm telling you, I literally just went to this place that sold shoes, my old shoes for a little horn, and then they said, "Hey, you wanna earn some extra money selling shoes?" And I was like, "Oh, that sounds like a good idea, and it's in the city, so it's something I could do." And then me to show the
Yes, all right. So, since you're not trying to kill each other, I take it Tetsu has not actually betrayed us.
No. She actually answers with a bit of a casual smile.
Okay, then. Good to see you again.
Likewise. And not not with a sword either. It's quite charming for once.
Meanwhile, Charlotte, you dash over to your recorder, sliding to a stop as you bring your hands around it and see the two broken pieces. Your recorder, it's broken.
No!
You can
The
cast
blackmail.
mending.
The blackmail material, though, it doesn't fix the voice.
By the way, dear, Jezebel slowly turns her head towards Charlotte with an evil grin.
Korax waves her hand, casts minor illusion. Exactly. And the same sound plays for all to hear.
God. Are you sure you want to do that?
And I prefer leaving environments as I found them.
So, even those of you currently off and at the is a little strong for minor illusion, but I'm gonna go with it. At the small Baba Yaga style house hut thing that the rest of you are at, you all hear a scream. Fucking unicorn!
Oh my god.
It's
Yep.
back.
Yep, they got it. They got him.
Jezebel's smile looks strained, and then just for the heck of it, she flips the bird to Korax and Charlotte.
Oh god. Rude.
Buy me dinner first, and she starts he just starts dragging Elnath back towards the whatever we're calling it. I don't remember.
Would you all stop dragging me? You know I could walk. Oh, okay. I guess we're just doing this then.
That has not been proven to me yet, Elnath. If I let you walk on your own, you just get kidnapped on the way back.
No, that's not my. Yeah. Charlotte.
Just before. Sorry.
Oh, Charlotte or Jezebel. The rope is still on the ground.
I will pick up the rope.
All right, you got rope. Da-da-da-da.
I'm gonna take the rope with me.
Special uncuttable rope?
Special uncuttable magic rope.
Uncuttable.
You'll have to identify it later. Regardless, Jezebel, you had a thing?
Right, just before she starts to follow everybody, she stops for a second and looks at Tetsu. And she goes, "I believe you're probably going to have a head start over us."
No,
I'm
you got
putting
me
my-
this fast. Oh, go ahead.
I'm putting my trust in you for the moment, dear Tetsu.
Tetsu pauses for a moment, just going silent, and then he finally stands after a moment. You certainly have changed. Nice.
She gives a bit of a ironic smile, and then she motions to the loud bunch that is going ahead of her. Blame them. They're teaching me how to trust, and I'm not entirely sure that's a good or bad thing yet.
The shout goes out. Ryu, could you tell Korax to stop dragging me? I can walk.
Does Ryu hear this?
Yes.
Well,
when he realizes that they have indeed got his grandfather back, Ryu just tosses the binoculars aside and starts running to greet them.
Alright,
Takeda's gonna
the binoculars are thankfully not broken.
My God.
Treat my binoculars with care, you savage.
Jezebel just gives an actual slight fond smile that Tetsu can actually see at all the screaming and yelling, because obviously it's a smart thing to do right now, even though we're not having two drows that have been chasing cars before. Anyway, she again glances back to Tetsu as she goes, if you do happen to see my brother before I do, let him know that 1, I will find him. 2, I will kick his ass once I see him. And 3, that I miss him.
Oh.
And then she just starts to walk after the others.
Tetsu just simply smiles, picks up his sword, and starts walking ahead.
You all head back to the Baba Yaga style house. I'm gonna have to give it a name. How about the Cato, the cat platform.
Cat
Cato,
house?
sure.
cat plateau.
It's
Cat-
driven by Mint, so maybe the Mitas.
We'll Photoshop it. Regardless, you return back to the others, and Elnath is still being dragged.
I'm guessing the mission was a success.
But at what cost, Cicada? Charlotte shows the recorder. But at what cost?
Can't you just fix that?
Doesn't fix the voice.
Oh, so that's what that was. Anyways, I
Well-
don't think we should stay here for too long. We need to get moving again.
Charlotte just cries and starts casting mending.
Are you still dragging Elnath, by the way, Corax?
Once we're on the Cato, I'll just, let him go.
Well, I guess it's settled then. The name of the place is Cato.
Sure. I'm gonna get Mittens to start moving again.
Slow.
Where should we go to now, though?
Well, I'll get to that in a second because Ryu needs to have his moment.
Okay.
So, now that Elnath isn't being dragged like a little child, he will stand up, dust himself off, give an indignified huff, and then turn and give Ryu a hug.
At this point, you all notice that Ryu's face is just Ryu is in tears at this point. Like, as soon as he realized that his grandfather was safe, if the blue fire that had been emitting from his eyes the entire time, I'm long gone, replaced by a fountain of tears, so to speak, because he rushes up to Elnath, hugs him, and buries his face into Elnath's chest, just all. I was so scared.
I'm sorry for worrying you, but I mean, I'm alright. It's alright. He cautiously lifts a hand, and then, with the very slightest touch of pressure, begins to put his hand up and down on your head, and goes, there.
I tried reaching you. But you wouldn't. I didn't hear back.
I was wondering why you weren't receiving my calls. I tried to message you as well.
You did. I thought something had happened. I thought something happened to you this whole time.
I thought I was going to die, so yeah, that seems like a pretty apt reaction there. Well, but I didn't, so, you know what, let's go celebrate. Well, I mean, I'm not much of a cook, but I can see about making maybe some eggs. We can pretend they're little cakes. Cake eggs.
How can you how can you choke like that at a time like this?
I was just dragged for 300 feet by your friend. I'm currently very much frazzled and possibly even bedazzled. You know what? Yeah, yes, I am indeed bedazzled.
At this point, Ryu falls back and starts wiping wiping the tears from his eye. As he just goes on to say, "Welcome back, grandfather."
Let's agree to not leave me behind in a city filled with people who want me to do a community service again, please.
Okay.
Deal.
Then maybe stop getting arrested. Jezebel says that she rolls her eyes and walks over to Ryu and then Ashley gives him a pat on the butt. She goes, "There. See, you worried for nothing."
What is
I guess
it?
we're
What is it with you and butts? I think we need to get your head checked, my lady.
You were
Miss-
invisible, dear. How can I know where exactly your butt was located at? She says with a cheeky grin.
Alright, what were you going to say, Cicada?
I guess we're banned from the Elf City now. So, yeah. We're not going back there anytime soon.
Meanwhile,
Wait, we are?
we're not, is what she said. Anyway, you want to identify the rope, yes?
Yes. That's gonna take me a while, so before all of that, we need to figure out a location of where we're going next.
Oh, I know where I'm going.
Oh. What?
I still gotta find my brother. And I know he's in the Trial City.
So, I guess we're still going to the rockery?
So far, that's my plan. Whether you all want to come with me or not, it's up to you. Because technically, we've done what we originally wanted to do, and that is to get this troublemaker out of trouble.
It's not like I walk up to people and go, "Hi, would you please kidnap me?"
I mean, some days I think that's exactly what you must be doing.
I was selling shoes, and then they just... I opened the door, and they punched me and knocked me out. Who does that? Who just opens the door and immediately decks the person who's trying to sell shoes in the face?
The thing is, there is that you seem to be very well known by quite a few people. So they know who you are, and they wish to take you somewhere. Very, very often. You really need to be more self-aware.
That does beg the question. What did they want from you, grandfather?
Well, apparently they got talking with that blue-haired fellow, and apparently they wanted my magic or something. And, do you remember the poppycocks?
Of course.
Damn it.
Yes.
According to them, they were hired by the Thieves Guild to deliver me underground at the poppycock's request to pay back our debt for burning down their estate.
Oh.
They don't get to complain about that. They're the ones who set all those landmines.
I wasn't even the one that burned down their place, too.
Hey, Korak, just whistling innocently in the background.
Anyway. I'm gonna call Mittens 2 again.
Meow. Yes, do you need something? The cat head slowly grows out of the grass again.
Okay, can you please resume your journey to Appalachia, please?
Meow, I shall. Slowly, the piece of land that you guys are standing on slowly rises 30 feet in the air once more, and boom, boom, The giant chicken legs begin to walk once more.
There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna identify this rope.
You identify the rope, and you find out it is a rope of non-detection.
This rope cannot be harmed except by magical means. Anything tied up in these ropes automatically attunes to it for the duration that they are bound. Anyone tied in these ropes is unable to cast magic. Spells to track or speak to a person attuned will automatically fail. These ropes can be broken out with a DC 20 strength check.
I think my
Which I
strength is
had-
pretty high then.
Yeah, like like now that the mission's over, like Korax is kind of pulling off her armor to give it a good clean. That would explain quite a bit.
So that's what.
It's a rather expensive item they had. I wonder where they got it.
So that's why my sending spells didn't work.
I mean, it does make sense. I am a mage. I mean, I'm not the most amazing mage ever, but I am pretty dang good if I do say so myself.
By the way, Elise, what do you think of our Kato?
It is horrifying. I may never sleep again.
Yeah, it were elves.
That's-
Elves didn't sleep to begin with.
Good day, Korax. Would you like to make the joke?
No, it doesn't seem very funny to me.
It flew over your head.
Yeah.
And I think what's that? How was Rudy so fond of putting it? Yes, it was so funny I forgot how to laugh.
Regardless, let us go to the kitchen, my grandson. I forgot for a moment there. You are grandson, right? It's not great grandson, it's grandson.
I'm for a good chunk of the campaign, I was under the understanding that he's the great grandfather.
Right. Well, he's just been saying grandson then because it's faster. Either way. To the kitchen, my grandson. Let us make egg cakes.
Lead the way, dear grandfather.
Neither the eggs nor the cake mix are going to taste like egg mix. Fair warning.
It shall be an exploration. We shall add icing and... I mean, it won't taste the best, but... I mean, we can try at least. Who knows, it might taste good.
The problem isn't with your cooking, it's with the ingredients. You'll see what I mean.
Sounds like we're on a bit of a handicap. But hey, you can't expect to get everything right on the first try, right?
So, with that said, Charlotte, Cicada, you're free to speak.
Okay. Just checking to make sure that Charlotte is okay after, losing that recording.
The precious recording.
You know,
Oh.
Charlotte, if someone's able to reproduce the recording via magic, you could probably just record that.
No, it's not the same.
The biggest tragedy
Okay.
is you lost the very first song you ever created. Never gonna give you up.
No. No. Bad.
That's not a tragedy. That's happy accident.
I'm sorry, I just thought that it's up to you, Neki, but Charlotte does strike me as someone to secretly be a fan of, you know. Anywho, what are you up to, Jezebel?
Well, Jezebel, as they were walking, is at first was silently kind of staring back to where Tetsu and the others were, looking a tiny bit thoughtful, as she just kind of watches it as it slowly gets farther and farther away. And then gives a big loud sigh in frustration as she actually like kicks the dirt. She goes, "Son of a." And then heads inside to go try to find a drink.
I can. To a degree.
I want you to voice. Okay, hang on. I'll fix this real quick. Charlotte starts fixing the recording real quick.
You slap the pieces together with a mending spell and it's fixed.
Anyway, Cicada, I need you. I need you to do that recording of that time that Jezebel's mom was doting on her.
Why my mom?
I need you to do this for me.
You sure?
Yes.
Jezebel will never forgive me if I do this.
I would not say that you did this if you whisper it. But you gotta speak in a booming voice. I'm not telling you how to do it. I need this. I need this.
Okay, real quickly before this goes off, do I find any alcohol first?
You do.
Okay, go ahead. I have a bit I'm gonna do if you do this, so be ready.
Well, Cicada, are you gonna do it?
I'm gonna friggin' do it.
Alright! Hold on. Let me stop the music. Okay, go ahead.
Fucking unicorn.
Perfect.
Does that echo everywhere?
Yes.
Okay. If you don't mind, there's a bit of a pause for a second, and then all of a sudden, all you hear is a bang as Jezebel kicks the door open,
Oh no.
walks out with the bottle in her hand, glaring around. She's like, "Who just said that?"
Korax calls out in a perfect imitation of her mother's voice. It was me.
I shook the bottle.
Roll me a dex save, Corax. Okay, the bottle goes flying through the air in a circle and then slams into you. You get a taste, and it tastes like alcohol.
Basically, just checking. Yes, stop using my mother's voice.
I cast prestidigitation to make it taste like fruit juice instead.
Okay.
Because today is evidently just bully Jezebel day.
Apparently.
As it should be.
Smoke begins to leak from the house as Elnath is instructing Ryu on how to make the perfect egg. No, you need more fire. No, less, more, less, more. Yes, perfect. That's the perfect amount.
What are you, a sandwich?
I'm sorry. I've never done this before. Mother said this should come natural to me since I can control fire and everything. But I never practiced.
You see how it has just the slightest bit of black around the edges? That means it's cooked perfectly. And now we just need to add here we'll pretend the salt is icing. Yes, I'm sure that'll work. And here, have a taste.
It's not out of the question that it might actually taste like icing, given that Atropus was the one who made it all.
Yeah, to say that.
Should I roll something?
What do you want to roll for?
that depend. That well, I'm saying that is this gonna taste bad or is this what's this gonna taste?
You have to take a bite and find out.
Well, here's the. Well, we should taste test. He takes a bite.
It tastes amazingly. It tastes like eggs with some salt on it.
I mean, salted eggs isn't bad.
No, I know, still.
Well, what do you know? What you see really is what you get.
I think that Korax fellow lady, lass, man, paladin, person, elf.
Korax is a woman now. Yes,
And good for them. Good for them. My point is, I think they were lying there. Like, these eggs are completely fine.
I feel upset.
You weren't here. You weren't here when our landlord was.
Landlord, don't you own this place?
We should, but someone kind of claimed it on us before it got to us. So
Strange. Very well. With that said, I think I'm going to take a brief moment and just, curl up in a corner and cry. I'm very glad to be free, but yeah, it's been quite a bit of an ordeal.
you're telling me.
So yes, if you hear some sobs upstairs, don't worry. I should be fine in 2 to 3 hours, give or take.
No. Should I make sure the others don't hear?
Oh no, it's fine. And Elnate heads upstairs.
Be sure.
He opens. Go on.
At least try to take a break if you start to feel your eyes hurt.
Of course. So he heads upstairs, opens one of the doors, stares for a moment, and then runs downstairs. Ryu, are you aware there's a plushie that moves upstairs?
What?
Looks like it's time for me to break out the old family tradition. Ryu goes upstairs to confront the doll and perform an exorcism.
And that's where we'll end this session.
Okay.
Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye!
Bye.
Bye.
Korax, I owe you.